Welcome back to a Neff Productions of Disc Golf.
Dry Creek 2017 V3.
We basically do this every year, so
Yeah.
this is the third year we've done it. Hole 1, look at it was such a nice day out when we played. Late November. It didn't look exactly like the drone footage.
Nope, not at all.
Okay, so hole 1, what'd you do here?
Turned it over.
So I was telling him that when you do that shot, you have to be off the pad. It's the only way to get the angle. So they took away the Mando, so I just went right at the tree. No big deal.
That's what I'm gonna do next time. This shot, not perfect.
Well, a perfect grounder.
Yeah, perfect grounder. This shot was nice.
Which is funny because it didn't look as nice
No,
from there, but it lined you right up.
I'm just lucky I didn't miss that.
Yeah, that was a good 10, 12 foot putt,
Yeah.
maybe. Mine was outside my comfort zone, and oh, that's just cold. The crowd didn't like what they saw there.
No.
I can't blame them. It sucked. It was pretty brutal.
Yep.
So
They don't like that kind of stuff ever.
yeah. So hole 2, par 4. What's going on here, dude?
Another a long one of the only par 4s.
It's a tight tunnel. You can't really go hard right, and you can't really let it hyzer out. So you have to throw far and dead straight, which neither of us do.
And this basket's not even this position. It's actually to the
Yeah, it's to the
left.
right.
No, right.
It's
It is to the left.
to the left. So you threw actually.
Not bad shot.
Yeah, no, that was nice. I would say that was very good. Mine was garbage. I don't know why I struggle. I don't want to go right because you hit those trees and you're in trouble. So for some reason, I hyzer it and it's too much. So you'll see my second shot is not so good.
Yeah, so I'm just throwing it. I turn it over a little bit, but it gets through.
Yeah, but now you're in. See, that's where I don't want to be, where
Yeah,
you ended up. Then I got knocked down by a tree right there. I put a lot on that, and the tree just said, no, you don't.
Then I was going for like a little flick here. It did a little skip. It was nice.
I like the flick play here. So this was my Nova, and I thought I way overshot it, but it turned out to be just fine.
I'm just lining up. You can kind of see the basket. It's about where I land.
Yeah, you were more or less parked.
Yeah.
I was behind the tree, so I had to straddle out, but I've changed my putting to straddle, so anything inside 15 I straddle now, and it seems like it's been better for me. I don't have as many errors. So moving on to...
I can't straddle putt no matter what I do.
Yeah, hole 3. So there's actually... they planted a big tree like right where the drone is flying, like literally flew right through the new tree. So they kind of made this hole harder. If you're going to go, you can't take the line the drone did. You actually have to go either outside of it or inside of it. What in the world? Okay, that was weird.
Zach sabotaged us. And then I make sure I don't hit the tree.
But yeah, you can see it right off the top of my head. And so I actually threw to the inside of it. That was my Firebird, and I just hyzered it, trusted it.
That was a nice.
That was really nice. So.
And here I'm gonna go for my birdie putt. And oh, what a particular noise! And then. Oh, and I missed again for my par save.
This was a rough hole for you.
And the crowd didn't like that either because the worst for it.
Yeah, you finally did get it in there. So this was, again, further out than I'd like to be. But I always feel like I have a chance, and I was just low. So, but then, again, put the par save in this one, hole 4, par 4, the last par 4 of the course.
Yep, only 4 holes in.
Yep. This one is another one. You have more room on the right side, so you can kind of push a little bit, but you can't push too far because
you'll hit a tree.
Yeah, you'll get into trouble. So this is another one.
If you do it wrong, you can end up in the creek somehow.
Yep. That's the face right there. I love how I just noticed this. Your other hand is like way up in the air, not your throwing hand. It's interesting. Let's see what my other hand does because I don't remember. Oh, yeah, see, it's just kind of like right with everything. Yours was up. We need to watch the rest of your drives and see this hand was way up when you were turned around.
I don't know.
Speaking of, okay, well, let's see. Do you throw this like a drive again?
Pretty much.
Yeah? Did you see that?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
I didn't know I did that.
Do you do that on... Yeah. Anytime you throw hard, you do that. That's interesting.
Know. We're just noticing that now, and I've been playing for like 3 years.
At least 3 years.
At least.
Here's another nice run at a putt, by the way. Oh, geez, we lost our marker.
Yep.
Oh, there we go.
Boing.
This was another one. I tried to float it in, and nope. I popped off the side again. So sad. I think we both got par there. I'm still even, right? I've parred everything.
I have no clue. I lost track after the first hole.
Yeah, well, par 5. Hole
5.
Hole 5, par 3. This one, it's actually closer than in the drone footage, but not by much. It doesn't change the shot. Sometimes I'll go way up over the top and hyzer spike it in, and then sometimes I try to run more directly at it.
This one, it was more straight, so we tried to run a little more directly. That came a little higher, but...
A little high, but...
The other hand didn't stay at the bottom of the time.
Yeah, that's weird. Maybe it's just a couple times. Yeah, see, mine is pretty consistent. Mine just stays in that power pocket is what the disc golfers call it.
And then I turn over my mid-range.
Yeah.
The shark, which isn't supposed to turn over. Granted, I've had that since I was like...
But if you notice the angle, see, there's the basket. I have so many rejections by the basket today. That's at least the third time I've doinked off the basket.
Guess what I hit it too.
Yeah.
These baskets started to be like... You
get all fancy here. I like it.
Yeah. Well.
Spin putt, I guess.
Yeah.
And I got my par again. So this is, okay, so the way I feel about this next hole, hole 6, if I'm ever going to get an ace, which I still haven't, it's going to be this hole. Yeah. Every time I ace, legitimately ace round, it's a straightforward hyzer. You just float it out there, let it work back in. I've hit the chains, but it was the front chains and it came out. I've hit the basket and I've hit the pin. I've just never gotten the ace. So every time I run it, every time I don't get it, and it makes me extremely sad.
And then I tried to do that, but it went a little high.
Yeah, so this
that's not as bad as my worst throw, but...
Yeah. This is my rock 3, my pumpkin head. Same shot. I throw the same shot every time. Just go out over those 2 trees, and then hope it fades in towards the basket.
And this shot, I was trying to just throw a little bit straight, a little to the left, and it curled up on me.
You can't see it, but there was actually quite a bit of wind there.
Yeah.
So. But you saved your par for your birdie?
Birdie.
This was when I wanted par again. Or no, I wanted a birdie. I was like, please, can I get a birdie? I really wanted it.
Yeah.
I got it! That's a birdie. So wait, that puts me at -1 for the day. This one I did really fast. Our drone pilot, so good though. Perfect on the basket.
The basket's actually on the other side.
I know.
Of the fairway.
This is some trail maintenance. Good job, Brighton. Yeah. Yep. You can't throw on a tee pad with a bunch of crap on it, so you got to clean it off.
Because there's people there that trashed the tee pad.
Well, those were just sticks.
But still.
So I don't think people put them on there. I think trees did. Which trees are villains. So.
Yeah.
Speaking of, I tried to flip this, or no, anti-flip it. I don't know. This is a great shot though by Brighton.
Yeah. It's where it lands is the best part.
Yeah. So that was his buzz, which you'll see in a second, but he was actually closer. So I thought about straddling because I didn't clear the tree. I put a little too much push on it because the basket's actually to the right behind that tree, probably like 15 feet. So I thought about straddling going under, but I didn't. I just flipped it up, hoped for something good. You can see it land over there.
And there is it. It got stuck in there. Because after that shot, I actually was like, hit my board. I'm like, really? And you know what? This is how you play by the rules. It's called playing it by where it lands.
Yeah. Mark your lie. Makes for an awkward throw.
I sticks the park.
Yep, you parked it pretty easily.
Boom.
No look, huh?
I gotta get my disc.
Channeling your inner, oh my gosh, who does that? It's James Conrad. There's an old pro that does it too. I don't know. We were being funny.
And I threw my disc.
So, hole 8 is, this position is the harder position.
We got the easy position.
Yeah, I know the marker says 3, but I'm telling you, if you can get this in 3, you've earned a birdie, because it is impossible to get a 2. I've never seen anybody come close to 2ing it.
It's been easier since they removed that one tree.
Yeah,
we all remember that tree.
Brighton took the most amazing line. He did a right flip over, and usually you get batted down by all the millions of trees.
And I found a lighter.
I guess.
I was like,
But anyway, so usually you get batted down and then you just have a long shot, but he cleared it somehow.
Yeah, somehow. I was like,
and then
oh my gosh.
Mine, I didn't quite get enough on it. I tried. I should have put more on it, but whatever.
Yeah, so like I landed right there with a clear shot at the basket.
Which, did that go? That went past it, didn't it? Or did it land short?
I don't know. I think it
for some
landed
reason,
a little short.
This was a really hard shot for me because I couldn't do anything and I couldn't figure out how to do it, but I did it. Yeah. I don't know. But again, it's like, even that, that's a tough...
and then I kind of hyzered up.
Yeah. That's a tough 2 when it's in that position, and it's still a tough 3. Like, not that this putt was hard, but that approach shot was pretty tough to do.
So, we got this in a tree, and this is like one of my favorite angles.
Yeah, this was a good angle for sure.
Because it's like, it disappears and reappears, and then the last you see of it, it's in the basket. So it's
this
nice.
Is this hole 9. It's not in this position either.
Nope.
It's over. You'll see, but it's over the creek, like probably 50 feet over the creek to the left. And there's one line that you can get through, and I never hit it. But I always try. I throw my monster. It's got 5 fades, so it's...
I tried to, but then I was like, crap. And then the tree batted it down for me right at the edge.
Actually landed a good pop. So I push this hard, give the monster. I throw it. And this is the weirdest thing because we saw where it went, and when we went over there, it wasn't there.
Until after like 15 minutes, I found it upstream.
Yeah, it was. You'll see. So it's the weirdest thing because where it landed and where I played it were 2 very different things.
Yeah.
But we just finished you because I was still, at this point, I didn't know where my disc was. We looked everywhere. Like, we even watched it again.
Like, multiple times.
And we no, it went right by this tree, and it went right there, and we went and looked and looked and looked, and I was like, Brighton, go downstream. So that is me throwing from where my disc ended up over the bridge,
it somehow got there's this barrier thing, and it got behind the barrier, and it looked like it was...
Hey, that's our awesome drone pilot. He's the best. He flew his drone over the water and everything. But anyway, yeah, it was just crazy. Because it must have just ridden the water and then stopped eventually, See, I threw from over here. This is actually hole...
10.
Well, yeah, hole 10. I was right by hole 10 when I threw, but it landed way back by 9, so it was weird. Anyway, this one, if you can miss trees, you're good. Yeah. Brighton did not.
I was like, Usually I get a good shot on this hole.
I think I hit trees, but I always feel like if I can get to the path, I've got a shot, so just threw this, kind of Annie thing that... The tree actually helped me out because I was sailing a little bit. But I think we're both getting tired.
Yeah.
It's actually pretty late, and this is a long one. Is it really? Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
That's why. Here it is.
The rage throw. Because it was right where I planted my foot.
That's funny.
You see where I'm planting my foot? Yep, that's exactly where it was. I'm going to trip. So, nice approach.
Look at the wind now, you can see it. It's really pushing. So that was actually a pretty good putt considering the wind.
Yeah, it's not the worst wind I've ever played. Unlike throw it forward, you end up fit.
This one was a big par save for me because I got it though.
I've thrown holes where I start from T-bat and go -10 feet.
So I'm down there in the left, but this was like midsummer. It was actually early morning when we filmed this. So it's actually not in this position. It's way to the left behind that tree to the left. So where this position is easy because you throw it straight. What we were doing... Oh, here. I got it. Don't touch. No touching.
Okay. We got skills.
Yeah. That was actually really good.
I
didn't watch your other hand. Did it go up in the air?
I don't think so.
So anyway, I threw my pure. This is top of the world. Bam. This was... You have to throw something that's going to go straight and then fade really hard. So you have to put it on a pretty crazy hyzer line.
I go for the hyzer, nearly miss it.
You were a little bit short, but it worked. You got it. So this was probably the best ending I've ever had. Because if you'll see here, I double clutched. Wanted to make sure I was going to get it. Boom. Put the purely in the basket. Hole 12, same thing. You want to throw basically straight until, it's actually a drone pet does a really good job because you want to throw straight. Then you have to get in this little gap here and then turn it left pretty hard. I mean, that's...
Because there's a Mando, otherwise this hole would be 10 times easier.
Not necessarily. It just gives you more options. You could go to the left of that tree, but there's a Mando right there. So you have to go through the tunnel and then fade it. So I was going to throw him a pine that I got from the 2017 Trilogy Challenge, which...
then I'm going to throw my Surge, which I've been throwing like all day.
Pretty much.
Because I can throw this like amazing.
So anyway, yeah, that was the best shot of your day, for sure.
Yeah, because it's like amazing S-curve of amazingness.
Yep. And mine was, I did exactly what I wanted to. You throw it straight and a little bit hard.
And then I'm just going to lay it up here for some nice safe stuff. And
for a better drive, right there. That is where my drive landed. And that is where the basket is. Brilliant.
So, yeah.
So now this was my my third birdie, so this put me 3 down on the day. This is where I ended.
Yeah.
My brother Eric, I want to give a shout out to my brother Eric. He played Dry Creek today. And he also shot a 3 down, which is no small feat. So anyway, that's it for our...
I did some camera amazing work and timed this perfectly somehow.
That's pretty
awesome. Yeah, we're still here.
Well, thanks everyone. Enjoy this music. Big shout out to Mr. McKay Hussey. He's the man.
Yep.
And he's also a real American hero. And now we have some credits for you.